Hello Sagittarius, this is Vanessa from Celestial Soul Tarot and welcome to your monthly reading for September 2022. Thanks so much for joining me. So we're going to take a look into the overall theme here, see what messages are coming in. We have the astrology cards. I'll also be looking into the astrology of September as well. We'll do a rune casting, lay out the foundation for the reading, and then we have tarot to look a little bit deeper. Okay, so this reading is specifically for Sagittarius rising, although if you put your sun or your moon in the first house, this reading can also be for you, right? If you don't know your rising sign, the birth chart calculator is below, and you just need to enter your exact time of birth and your birth details. But if you don't have access to that exact time of birth, for whatever reason, another option for you is to contact a qualified professional astrologer that does chart rectification, okay? You can look into that. They're few and far between because there's not too many astrologers that do that. It's very specialized, right? So yeah, and maybe you're interested in learning more about yourself. Maybe you have a Sagittarius sun. Well, maybe it's in the 12th house. Maybe you have a Sagittarius moon. It's in the 4th house. Well, what does that mean, right? So maybe you're curious and you want to learn more. So let's just take a look here. What is coming through for Sagittarius at this time, right? What's coming in for Sagittarius at this time? Yeah, Pluto transformation. Okay, so Pluto is currently transiting through a Capricorn. Capricorn is in your second house of value and worth and possessions and resources and money and, it rules food, it rules survival, right? For some of you here, again, Pluto has moved through Capricorn. I think it moved in, I want to say 2007 or so, 2007, 2008, right? So it's been there for a long period of time. It's moving into Aquarius in March of 2023. And so that's, 7 months from now. So it's been in your second house for a very long period of time, and it's transformed your second house, but it's now about to transform your third house, right? So it will move into Aquarius, but then it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn one last time to kind of finalize something within that area of your life in regards to what you value, what you see it as worthy, maybe within how you see yourself, right? Maybe for some of you, there's changes in regards to self-sufficiency, your food, maybe there's a survival situation in regards to your finances and your money, right? That sort of thing. So we will take a look here in regards to what this energy is all about, right? What do we have coming in here? We'll do the rune casting, lay out the foundation, and then we will move forward, okay? I'm just going to mute the audio because the runes do get a little loud, okay? Okay, so as always, keep in mind that these readings are general, okay? Coming straight right into the center of the reading here, you're currently going through some major changes, right? It's like you're coming out of the dark and moving into the light, right? Breakthroughs, clarity, answers. It could be actually a spiritual awakening for some of you, right? Again, coming out of some sort of a dark situation and some sort of answer, or again, this could have been like a breakthrough or something that you received or gained is helping you to move forward, to put one foot in front of the other, to come out of a dark place, right? Yeah, this is it's a highly transitional type of energy. So again, it's an energy of evolving and growing from within, right? As within, so without. So this Pluto energy starts from within your soul. Something needs to change, making that decision to do so. And then as within, so without, that's when you start making these changes externally, whatever that might be for you, right? Let's take a look here. What's coming through in regards to this energy? What's coming through for Sagittarius at this time, please? What's going on with Sagittarius at this time, please? What's coming through? There we go. Okay. So yeah, we have a couple of cards that have come in. We have the Eight of Wands and we have the Six of Pentacles, right? So from what I'm getting here, right, there's a lot of information coming in. There's a lot of activity, right? A lot of progress and movement, and maybe a lot of travel as well with this, right? It's very, very busy, highly active. And so maybe for some of you, there's just a lot going on within your life, right? And maybe for some of you, there's a lot of, this is like a very giving, very charitable type of energy, the Six of Pentacles. So you're giving a lot, putting a lot of energy, a lot of time. Again, travel could be involved in regards to giving back to others in some way, right? Sometimes this can actually come across as maybe one-sided, where one person is putting in more effort than the other. So where maybe you're putting in more effort, time, energy, whether it's financially, energetically, emotionally, right? Whatever this might be for you, you're very, very busy doing this, right? And that's what I have coming in here, especially with this Two of Cups, with you and other people, with relationships. I mean, maybe you're being this can actually come across sometimes as the mentor, as the teacher, right, to others. I mean, maybe you're up here and maybe you're down here at this point. You know, it's hard to tell, but there is an imbalance in regards to giving and receiving from what I'm getting. But I feel like you want to change that, is why this is coming through here. So perhaps we're over giving in some kind of very generous, loving, caring nature, right? Because you have a lot to give, Sag. So that's what's coming through here. I feel like for some of you, you were kind of over giving, over sharing something, maybe information or of your time and energy, and you weren't feeling like you were getting anything back in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be financially. Maybe for some of you it is, but for others, it just feels like there is a complete imbalance. And that's why this energy is here, that you want something to change in regards to the situation, right? So let's take a look here. What is coming through as the challenge for Sag at this time? What is the challenge coming in? Okay. And coming through here, so I'm picking up on a Sagittarius. And again, this won't be for every Sag rising, obviously. But it's coming across, especially with this energy, as the challenge, as there's a dependence here on others. So again, this could be you, this could be the other person, right? Again, because we do have the Devil with Strength coming in here, and we also have Justice at the bottom of the deck. There's decisions and truth and communication that need to happen here, right, to create some sort of balance within the situation. Maybe it has to do with a contractual type of energy. Maybe it's a marriage. Maybe it's a job situation, right? But somebody is definitely dependent on the other. This clearly, especially with this energy and the Devil, is that you're in a codependent type of situation or relationship where one person relies more on the other. So some person could be invested financially more, energetically loving more, right? Putting in time and energy more than another individual, right? And I feel like there's a need to continue to put in the effort and put in the time and it's every single day, just show up, right? But there's an energy of exhaustion and you're tired and you don't want to do this anymore, but you still keep showing up because you still want to do this. And so here's the thing. It's like you're starting to get weak. This is a weak energy, right? You almost feel like you can't do this anymore. And I feel like you're the one who is putting in more of the effort than the other person, whatever this is for you. And you've kind of reached a breaking point here with this energy where it's like you're there, you're showing up day in and day out, but it's like you don't want to be there anymore. It's like you can't, and you've kind of reached a point where you need to make a decision. This could be around a contract, like I mentioned before, but there needs to, or create some sort of balance in your life to do so, to have that conversation in some way, right? Something needs to change here. Something needs to shift. So, and for you, it's a realization that it's okay. Something has to happen here. So hidden energy is coming through here now. And so I do see limitations and the need to restrict something here within the situation, right? Maybe you're giving too much, right? So, I mean, it could come across as an excess type of energy, right? if you're giving too much, overly generous, I mean, it's good to be generous, but then it comes back to if it's taking up all your time and all of your energy and you don't have any time for yourself or your family or your job or whatever this is for you, right? If it's affecting the other areas of your life in some way, then it becomes toxic. And then it starts affecting your own health and well-being, right? Because there could be some sort of obsessions and attachments or addictions, right? Financial fears, all kinds of fears can be coming up through with the devil here. But it's like you keep showing up because you feel like this is something you need to continuously do. Although deep down, I feel like something has to change within the situation, and it comes down to limitation. What's hidden here, which I feel like this is something you will eventually start doing, is to limit yourself with whatever it is you are giving to others in some way, because there's a need to start pulling back and focusing on you and your health and what you want. And although maybe this is something you love, I mean, this is perhaps something that you love to do and it makes you happy, but if it's affecting your health, because there's a toxic energy that's coming through here in some way, right? And so, yeah, let's just take a look here. What is hidden at this time from Sag, right? What's coming through here from Sagittarius? What's coming through here for Sag? There we go. What do we have? A couple of pages. It's hidden, right? So these are the apprentices of the tarot, right? There's a lot of work that needs to be done here. They're still learning, right? And so for some of you here, right, what's hidden here is the fact that, I mean, I feel like you're the one, and I'm, because again, you can switch out the energies here, but I feel like I'm talking to a Sag who is giving a lot in a situation, and it comes across as codependent. And maybe you're the teacher, maybe you're trying to teach something to other people, or you're sharing something, or you're, whatever this is for you, maybe financially giving to another individual. Maybe it has to do with your family. I mean, who knows? But it comes to a point here where you need to stop giving so much of your time, and to start, I mean, it comes down to limitations, bring it down to the pages, right? And to learn to give smaller amounts or smaller amounts of time. And it doesn't say that you don't love them any less. It doesn't say that you don't care any less, that you don't want to give any less, right? But this energy here, bring it down from the kings and the queens down to the pages. And this is smaller amounts of time and energy, financially, right? Whatever you are giving in some way, there's a need to bring it, especially 2 pages coming up, is to, and especially with this energy, to limit something, whatever this is. Because you're wanting to bring some peace and healing and harmony back into your life here. And I feel like you do want something more out of the situation, right? And I do feel like you're feeling hopeful and optimistic that things can turn around, because I feel like you do want to keep doing what you're doing, which I feel like, yes, keep doing that, right? And that's where this is coming in. I feel for some of you, it has everything to do with your value and your worth. And with Pluto and Capricorn, that's exactly what's happening, right? And I feel like for some of you here, it's like maybe you weren't seeing that. I mean, maybe people were it comes across as somebody taking advantage of you. Maybe you have multiple people taking advantage of your time and your energy, and you're constantly giving a lot and people just don't care, right? Or maybe they're just expecting more of you because that's what you keep doing. So it's an expectation. So that's the energy with Jupiter, right? Jupiter is moving through Aries in your 5th house. And maybe this has to do with your children. Maybe this has to do with a hobby, something that you love to do, something that's fun, something that's creative, right? That's the thing, whatever this is. I feel like you're investing a lot of time and energy into whatever this is. But now it's like the time to release the excess, right? Jupiter is retrograde in your 5th house. Release the excess of giving too much to your children, to maybe an excess in regards to a hobby. Again, you could be addicted to something, putting a lot of money into the 5th house rules gambling and games of chance, that sort of thing. Maybe there's an addiction to putting a lot of money into these slot machines or into roulette or blackjack, that sort of thing, whatever your game is, right? It's these types of things, and going out and having fun and entertainment, or paying the bill for you and your friends. I'll take it. I'll take the tab every time, right? You go out for lunch and you go to restaurants, right? Fifth house rules, restaurants and entertainment, whatever this is, entertaining your friends. You're the one who's always footing the bill, right? Whatever this is for you, busy, busy, busy energy, something has to change. And start the need to really limit this in your life, okay, if you want things to change for the better. That's what's coming through here, right? So change and transform within, as within, so without. You have to do the effort. You have to put in the effort to make the change. And sometimes it comes down to saying no, standing up for yourself and saying, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Change up your schedule, limit your time with these people, limit the amount of whatever you're giving to these people. Maybe for some of you, it's the need to limit the amount of time or money you spend at the casino. I mean, who knows, right? You got to have fun. You got to live. You got to do whatever you want to do. These desires, it's whatever that, comes down to a soul level, right? But it does also come back to the need to release the excess, the need to not do too much, because people are going to start expecting too much from you all the time, and you can't do it anymore. Sag, you just can't, you can't, right? So the help here is you're opening yourself up to closing out this chapter of cyclical patterns and behaviors and cycles and habits of doing things, right? Well, what do we have here? Yeah, oh wow, got a few cards. So we do have the Lovers coming in here, right? Again, this is a choice, a heart-based choice, right? In regards to doing the right thing. Yes, you love doing this. It's just, that's what's coming through here quite strongly. However, it comes down to your value and your worth. And some of you, this is your survival is on the line, especially if you're overspending or you're spending too much, say at a casino, or if too much on something, right? There's an excess amount that needs to stop, right? This is, again, this choice has to be made here between you and others. And there's an overindulgence here in something, having too much fun with something, right? Giving a lot of your time and energy and effort and your love. The generosity is here with something, right? And I feel like for some of you, there's just this desire to want to close out the fact that it's just too much. It doesn't say stop, just transform it and change it in some way. And that's all, right? It's just, there's an excess. There's just a need to limit it, bring it down to some pages. That's all, right? And I say that's all, like it's easy. It's not. It's not easy at all, but it's work. These energies, I said, there are the apprentices of the tarot. There's work that needs to be done. This is a learning curve. So some of you, what's hidden here is the need to learn to restrict your time, your energy, your finances. Maybe it comes down to food. Maybe there's a lot of pleasure, overindulgence with the good things in life, right? That sort of thing. For some of you, there's a cyclical pattern of behavior that you're aware of. And I feel like some of you are ready to stop, like you can't anymore, right? You're at a breaking point, right? Like I said, it could come across as an addiction, okay? So let's take a look here in regards to the help. Well, we have Justice, we have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, right? And this has everything to do with, I mean, this is your own personal sense of happiness, but this is a group of energy, you and others, you and your home life, you and your partner, you and your children and your family, your community, right? Your extended family. For some of you, your coworkers, maybe there's, you want to take your coworkers out for lunch and you're always the one that foots the bill. I mean, it's whatever this is for you, right? And I feel like, barbecues, whatever this is. And I feel like with this 10 of Swords and Justice, it comes down to being honest with yourself. Something has to come to an end because there's just too much of something coming out here. Like I said, it's an excess energy. So the need to make a decision for yourself and to communicate that and to say, sometimes you just have to say no to bring balance back to a situation here, Sag, okay? Yeah, let's take a look here. So the energy moving into October, well, we have the Sun. This is Sawilo, right? So you have the life force energy of the Sun coming through here. It brings clarity. It brings happiness. It brings fulfillment. You're going to get all kinds of answers, all kinds of information, right? I feel like there's a lot of movement coming through here. You're going to know what you need to do. Look, we got the beautiful energy of the 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, And we also have Judgment with the Six of Swords, right? Well, this is telling me that you're in transition, right? This is September. Like I said, the energy moving into October is looking pretty bright, okay? And I feel like you're going to start investing in yourself and your health and your home and your overall well-being, trying to create balance in your life. And this Knight of Cups says, yes, you still want to offer and give. Absolutely. Right? It comes down to balance. It comes down to balance. It's not saying no, don't, but it comes down to limitation and learning to cut back and reinvest the money in yourself, in your home or your career or something. There needs to be almost like a new commitment in a new and different way, especially when it comes, for some of you, it's a strong financial type of energy as well for some of you, right? Where maybe you're giving too much of your money to other people or through things like tangible things like food, like I said, entertainment or dining or a casino type of energy where you're out spending a lot of money, right? So, and that's the thing, if this is something that you still enjoy doing, you know, you're in transition. There's work that needs to be done. Go ahead and do it. But I mean, it comes down to balance, moderation with everything in all areas of life. And you're still in that process of healing and moving on and moving forward and making changes in your life. This is a major wake-up call here. Some of you could be in some sort of major financial danger, right, coming in here as well, especially with Pluto moving through your second house, right? So Pluto rules extremes. It's extreme energy. And with Jupiter, like I said, moving through Aries, your fifth house, it's extreme amounts of giving and sharing and excess, spending of money, you know, money going in and money coming out, right? So for some of you, this is a huge wake-up call with your financial situation, with relationships in general, people that are overly reliant on you, these people have a lot of expectations of you. So it's really time to start shifting your energy and reinvest perhaps within yourself, to start saving some money. Put this money away for, again, coming back to your second house, especially with Pluto being there, or I mean, investing with your home, spending more time with your home and your family, your relationships, connections in new and different ways. It doesn't say to stop giving, but I feel like for some of you with this Ten of Pentacles, there needs to be an adjustment with the amount that you are giving, right, is what's coming through here strongly. And I do feel you're going to get some clarity and some answers in regards to how you need to do that, right? Because there could be, like I said, a major wake-up call here. Major decisions need to be made. Because for some of you, it comes down to your financial survival, health and well-being with this as well, right? Some of you could just be, for some of you, it's energetically, right? I mean, maybe it's your time and your energy and your knowledge and wisdom and that sort of thing. And maybe like it's coming through here. This is something that you love to do, but I almost feel like it just needs things to be rearranged and rebalanced and adjusted in regards to your life in some way. So there's just a real need to take a good hard look and know that you're learning this and know that you're moving through this and that, you know, there is patience involved through this transitional type of period, right? To take a good hard look at what you have, your time and your schedule and your daily routine and everything else. And where do you want to invest your time and energy? What's important to you, right? So I do feel there needs to be a readjustment here in some way, right? But again, opening yourself up to other situations. And maybe for some of you here, you kind of come to realization that maybe you want to shift your energy and invest in something else. I mean, who knows? But I do feel whatever this is for you, right, you're going to know what you need to do moving forward here, especially with this energy coming in. And beneath that was the Fool. So liberating yourself, right? Opening yourself up to something new, doing things in a new and different way, right? Because these knights here, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, are mutable energies. This is ruled by Gemini. This is ruled by Pisces. It requires adjustments and being flexible and perhaps doing things in a new and different way and seeing things from a different perspective and shifting that, right? And I'm picking up more of like a reinvestment of your time and your energy with maybe a variety of areas of your life is coming through here. So this is what I have for you, Sag. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.